What is up, my ASMR and whatever else family? So today we're going to be changing the headlight bulb on my 2008 Mitsubishi Raider. And then tomorrow we're going to restore the lens. But, yeah, I'm going to put an old bulb I'm not putting an old bulb in, but I was going to. But that's the trim piece that I already have off. That's supposed to go across the bottom. But you'll see how that's put on. But I have an old bulb that was in my car that I'm going to try, which didn't work out. This one doesn't work out, so I end up having to go to O'Reilly's in the middle of this job. But we're going to be taking out the LED plug and play light that I have in here, because it quit working, which they were junk. I don't think they were all that great to begin with, so you need a ratchet, a couple extensions, and a 10mm socket. That's all you need for this job, because it's only 3 bolts, 3 10mm bolts, and that's it. It's a very simple job. It's not as simple as some cars, because some cars you could just reach behind there and turn the light and pop it out. But this thing, you can't get to it. You gotta take the headlight assembly out. Now, it's not as hard as some cars, because some cars you have to take the whole damn near the whole front end off the car just to get the assembly out, just to get the headlight, just to change the headlight. So the bulb, so it's ridiculous. And these newer cars, some of the newer cars that have the LEDs in them, the whole assembly is it itself. Like when the light goes out, you can't just change the bulb. You have to take the whole assembly out and put in a new assembly that's like $1,500 or more, maybe a little bit less. But yeah, that's another reason why I like old school, because the old school cars are more simple. It's crazy, because old school used to be like 70s and 60s cars. Now old school is 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, so you had one in that left corner that I just took out. Now you have 2 right here on this right side. So yeah, you take the top one off and the bottom one off. Then you take that left one out that I first took out. Bam. Lights out. No problem. Pretty easy, pretty quick. This job don't take long, especially if you have power tools. If you have power tools, it'll come out even faster. Like if you have an air ratchet or a battery powered ratchet or an impact driver or something like that, you know. Or you can even do it with a drill if you got the right attachments to do it with. So, which from what I've seen, you know, you can do a lot with a drill. Sorry y'all, just my nasty ass mind going places. But yeah, so see how simple that was. Now you just take the light out, and you have the turn signal, and you have the bulb in there, and that is the LED piece right there, the plug and play. You just plug it in, which I have it taped all the hell and everything, because the tab, this is a little red tab that locks everything in, and it's not locked in. I mean, that tab ain't there, it's broken, so the light ain't locking in. But an LED, those LEDs won't stay on that thing the way they're supposed to, but a regular light bulb will stay on it like it's supposed to, even without that little red lock-in tab. Lock in, whatever, however you want to say it. But yeah, so that's the reason why I had all the tape on there. I mean, you take all that off and everything, and say there's and say on that one end it's supposed to have one, but say you plug it in and it stays. Now this is still the old one. This is before I realized it's bad, because I thought it was good, but you take out, and they're pretty simple. You just turn them and it unlocks. So now say the turn signal's working just fine, but that thing ain't. So I was like, damn, I gotta go to O'Reilly's. And it sucks, because when I was pulling out, I left my tailgate open and my jack fell out. But see, that's the fan to the LED light. It keeps it cool, because these LED lights get really hot. So yeah, and you can even hear it whining as it's on. So here's the new one. Now the lights that go in these are very common. They're a 9008 or H13 bulb. I just went and got the cheapest one. I would have liked to have gotten, some really good ones, but the front end's still wrecked on this thing from where I got pulled out, where that person pulled out in front of me a couple years ago, and I didn't put the money into fixing the truck like an idiot. So, but yeah, you just stick them in there. You just stick the turn signal in. Now you take that, stick it in there, it goes in that hole, and you just turn it and they lock in place. Sometimes they're a little bit aggravating, but pretty simple. Then you just put it in there, you get everything to line back up, and then you go ahead and you put your bolts in there. I started right there because I did have some trouble getting the other bolt in on the left side, which was the first one that I took out. But yeah, I think I usually put that in there. Now, I don't get this light all the way stable, which I think it's the bracket behind the light that everything bolts into that's loose, because even after I get everything tight, it still moves. Unless it's made like that. But whenever I first got this truck, and the first like 1 or 2 times I changed the light bulb, I don't remember it moving like it moves now. So, which, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have not had something in place. So I'm going to look at it, because the top left corner, there's this metal piece with a ball in the end of it that slides in place and helps it stay positioned. Now another piece that's like that is broken. So, but yeah, the whole bracket behind it was kind of moving, so something might be broke or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna get these things all tightened up, and then we're going to put this trim piece back on. Now that's a screw supposed to go inside that. Then you have these clips. Now the thing about the clips is, what the clips are snapped to on the silver piece, when you're trying to put them in, they break pretty easy, especially on older vehicles, because the plastic gets brittle. And if you do that, you better either know how to fix it, or you better have some money to go buy a whole new trim piece. But yeah, you got to be really careful with these putting these trim pieces back in with these clips, because these clips, if you don't line it up fully right, they have a tendency to snap one of them, which freaking sucks. But you know, it happens a lot. So those trim pieces snap in, and then that little screw hole on the side right there where I'm at, the screw usually goes in right there to hold it all in place, and I couldn't get it to line up, so I had to undo it all and put it back in place. But this time around, I got it. So, well, evidently I didn't. Now this time around, I get it. But yeah, this job doesn't take long at all to do. Like I said, some cars do, but yeah, so now I got it on there. But you see how the headlight still moved a little bit, but we got a light. Bam. Now I didn't buy the bright white or anything like I really would like to, but it's good enough for now. So I got that, and then the turn signal still works. And tomorrow we're going to restore these lights. Probably tomorrow, might be Tuesday, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to restore these lights for the next video. That way this light matches my other one, because my other one is a new one where I had to replace it from a deer hitting. So this might be the thumbnail, I don't know. But anyway, I'll see y'all next video. Y'all take it easy. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.